3, 2. Welcome back to another episode of Put It on the List. We have all the nerd news for the week. We have, holy moly, lots of trailers. So many trailers. We did a rapid fire segment. Pretty badass. We watched some things. And we have our action-packed double feature. Let's start the show. I'm Francisco, and here with me today, always and forever, day one, ride or die, Andres.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Ready to get all nerdy and goofy?
Yeah. Favorite part of the week?
Yeah. You're gonna learn some stuff. You were talking to me earlier about Sling TV and YouTube TV, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I've seen them. I've seen them. I get hit up for ads, and I'm like, this is one more thing I don't want to click and pay for. But someone clicked and paid for it. How's that going?
Yeah, I usually, because I've been streaming for a while. I cut the cord a few years back. But when it comes to the NBA playoffs, most of these are like on TNT and ESPN, and you need cable. And these are providers they're apps, but they provide these channels. And last year I went with YouTube TV for the playoffs, and it was like $60 a month plus maybe. And this year did a little bit more research, and I found the Sling TV, which breaks up all the channels and stuff like that. You get half with one package, half with another package. And I chose the package that was perfect for me and watching playoffs, the NBA playoffs. And ended up going with like $20 for the first month.
This is
Sling TV, yeah. And I just put the app on my Roku, and now I'm watching. I watched the Warriors lose yesterday, and kind of sad. And then the pinche Lakers won right now. Yeah, so
it's going to be emotional for the next month.
Yeah, it's 2 months of playoff basketball. So it's going to be up and down.
That is a lot of months and a lot of games.
I know. And like this week, though, is pretty much the best week because like yesterday and today, there was 4 games each. And then moving on, there's like at least 3 games every day of playoff basketball. And I'm like excited. I love basketball.
How are you going to get anything done?
I mean, I'm not going to watch them all, but I'm like, I can look at the recap or like put an earbud in, have it on, I don't know. I haven't worked it all out. I just know that tonight is like, which one's your team? None of them. It doesn't matter. I'm watching basketball. Oh, right. How do you feel? You feel knowledgeable now about this, package of this Sling TV?
Just a hair more. And you're going to be telling me like after the game, you're going to see a fucking trailer for some other TV show. There's like, oh, that's included too. And you're going to be telling me about a whole new series that you can watch on top of that.
But that's why you got they'll put that on the apps that we already stream on.
All right.
Yeah. All right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going with.
It's unending.
Yeah.
All right. So let's jump into some shit here. What do we got?
All right, man. News and tidbits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
lot of news. First, a little concerning. Jamie Foxx was hospitalized. The details are vague. They're not really saying much. So we don't know what the reason is. The only update that I've seen is that the family is saying that he's better, but of what, we don't know.
It sounded like he wasn't able to speak or something, so maybe it could have been like a minor stroke, but then they said he was speaking like the second day, but the family still hasn't released anything, but they flew in from LA to Atlanta. So it seemed like a big deal to go check on their guy.
Yeah.
And, but there's been like no details after the first day, so I guess maybe no news is good news, hopefully in this instance. I don't know.
Yeah.
Very curious. But,
He's not even that old. He's a young guy. I mean, relatively speaking.
50.
Yeah, I mean that's young, right?
He's in good shape, so I don't. Very curious, super curious, man.
Yeah,
fuck. I hope he's gonna be all right though.
Yeah, and then just another update on another actor that had some ill times. Jeremy Renner did Diane Sawyer interview and a Jimmy Kimmel interview, kind of updating everybody. He seems like he's
in high spirits.
Happy. Yeah, high spirits. Yeah.
They showed him going to like I think it was Magic Mountain or something, and he was cruising around on a little cruiser, and he was like, "Damn!" To 3 months later, after like, all right, man, do it, man, do it. So that was pretty cool. That was really happy news. Welcome, happy news. So that was cool. Because man, that shit looks serious.
It did. It was not looking good in the first reports.
No, not at all. But yeah, that's happy news. So all right.
On the next, not so serious side, I mean, I don't know how you want to take this. Warner Brothers and Discovery, the merger, right? They merged and they unveiled their new name for their service, and it's a combination of Discovery Plus and HBO Max, and the name is
Max.
Max. And it's like, it's supposed to be like it's a puppy, or like, hey Max, come here, Max. You know, I'm like, hey Maxie. I don't know. But yeah, they went with Max.
Dude, it's wild. It's wild. It reminds me of like when Alaska Airlines bought Virgin Airlines.
Yeah.
And like Virgin Airlines is an extremely particular brand.
Yeah.
They got their colors, they got their clientele, they got everything that they're super specific about, like loyalty, brand loyalty. And then as soon as Alaska bought them, they like just made them all Alaska. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck did you just buy? Like, why did you do that? It's like you bought a brand and you threw the brand out. Like, what did you buy? I don't understand. And now they're doing it with like Discovery, like HBO. Dude, no one goes, I'm going to fucking sit and watch Discovery all weekend. You know what I mean? I'm going to watch fucking Game of Thrones on Discovery. Nobody says Discovery. Yeah. You know, HBO has been around for like, 40 years now or something? It's a household name. Household name. HBO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's no joke. And they go straight to Max. They're like, I don't know. I don't understand it. Like,
it's like they did the most with the least amount of effort. I don't know, like fucking it up.
Like they flipped a coin and like shit, I guess Max wins. Like how did you run that past anity? You know what I mean? Like, was there like chairman?
What kind of study groups they do? They had to do some study groups. Right.
I can't imagine a study group that says, yeah, that's a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. But
so now when you want to watch HBO, you have to have cable? Because are they gonna change the channel name to Max? Question mark?
It is so confusing. You know what? This is gonna be an ongoing thing. We'll see what happens, because it just gets further and further.
And it changes next month. It's not like far away. It's like like 20 days away or something like that.
And we will bring you an update if our apps just stop working. I don't understand.
Yeah. But, supposedly, if you have it already, it's going to be seamless. All right.
Moving on.
Moving on to DC News. Creature Commandos series cast. All right. Now, this was part of like the big announcements when James Gunn and the partner decided that they were going to, like, oh, we have 11 things for you. And this is one of those 11 programming things they released. Creature Commandos. It's a bunch of like small characters. I think it's like another Suicide Squad, basically, but maybe heroes.
It's like Suicide Squad with more like supernaturally creatures, I guess.
Yeah. And I do like some of these cast members and stuff. Frank Grillo.
Yeah.
Frank Grillo.
Very good.
Rick Flag's senior, which was weird because Rick Flag was in Suicide Squad. And I mean, he's not that much older than that guy. We got Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He voices a
Zoe
bunch.
Chow.
I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, I can't remember her. David Harbour.
Alan Tudyk voices a bunch of stuff in Harley Quinn. He does he's Clayface.
He's good, man. He's good in everything I've ever seen him in.
Everything.
Like he's always been like a comic relief, or like if it's a sci-fi thing, he's the one that dies all the time. You know what I'm saying? They always kill him off. I'm like, please don't kill him this time. But yeah. And then David Harbour, another big name there.
Yeah, good voice
for you. Yeah. Maria Baklava. I'm not sure what her thing is, but
she was from the second Borat movie recently.
Okay. I liked her. So yeah. They got the cast, and they're gonna start production on this pretty soon.
It's an animated show though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm assuming they're doing all the creatures in animation because it's way cheaper to do it animated than live action and do all the visual effects, and that's expensive. So they're gonna do whatever they want in an animated world. It's not on top of my list, but fingers crossed, could be interesting.
Yeah. You know, they've had some pretty cool superhero animated shows. You know, that Harley Quinn, and then Invincible. That was good too. Moving on, slight creepy corner news right here. The Conjuring gets a TV series sequel. There's no really details on it, and they haven't even said if it's going to be based on the characters from the movie, Anne and Frank Warren, which are like these crazy, you know, famous demonologists, ghost hunters, blah blah blah. Yeah, man, I hope they put some money into it, and they ratchet up the scare factor. And hopefully
how do you feel about a horror TV show based on the show? I've never seen any of it, so I don't know anything like what it's about.
I want scary shows. There's no scary shows. None of them. Nobody takes it seriously, I don't think. You know, there's no. I don't know, because I don't know why they don't do it. Like Yellow Jackets on Showtime, it has a little bit of a supernatural thing to it that it's kind of like a mystery. But I like that kind of stuff, having like some sort of suspenses. We're like, ooh, who's killing so and so? Like on Apple Plus, there's The Servant, which has some supernatural element to it, and also like a suspense thing to it too, and it's really good.
I saw the trailer for it. It looks good. Interesting. Looks interesting.
Yeah, it's good, and like I like how it's tasteful too, because it's not about, you know, blood and guts and heads exploding, and you know, it's more like the shit that happens off the screen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so if something happens and it's not necessarily on the screen, you know, you like your mind works it into it. So I really enjoy The Servant. So I highly recommend it. But I hope they do make more scary things. So I'm all up for it, man. The Conjuring TV series. I like it.
All right. What else we got next?
All right. Next, speaking of scary, creepy corner, famous for acting in X and Pearl star Mia Goth is set to join Mahershala Ali in the Blade movie. And this is the first bit of news that we gotten from Blade since they shut it down,
delayed.
right?
Yeah, since it got like big time delayed.
Yeah, I'm not sure who she's playing, but yeah, man, if there's gonna still kind of attaching names to it, and maybe they got their shit together. Yeah, so Mia Goth.
Cool.
The Blade movie, whenever that comes out.
Cool. Yeah. Next year, maybe? I'm guessing.
No, man.
I'm guessing next fall.
25, I think. 25.
We'll see. All right, what else we got?
We got the Game of Thrones, man. Prequel ordered.
So yeah, this is based on a book. So they're doing every Game of Thrones property so far has been based on the books. They've tried other things that didn't work. So now they're going back to the books. And this is a prequel of like 300 years or something before the current house. What is it called? I don't remember. It's like the biggest Targaryen.
Before the House of Dragons?
I think so. It's about Aegon Targaryen, who's like the conqueror. Him as a younger person as a squire helping some knight. And they're just going from like town to town, like adventure of the week. It sounds like it's a bit more of a grounded show. It's more of like a buddy cop show. I don't really know. The book, people seem to like the book. So that is that got fucking thumbs up. Yeah. So you expect that pretty soon. Well, When I say pretty soon, in the Game of Thrones world, it's like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But that's
they put cool. So much money into these things and like the production and everything. I wonder how much stuff they reuse in a production like that.
At some point, you think there's like a giant warehouse somewhere in Europe that's just filled with all the Game of Thrones stuff. Like,
yeah,
you can like tour the place for like $10. You could just walk through, and then like on the weekend they're gonna go film it or something. They go take all their shit out and go film some stuff, and they put it back in there for the tourists on Monday morning. I don't know.
It's crazy.
I don't know how that works, but yeah, it's
be like, oh, this extra wore this in season 2 of Game of Thrones, but now they can wear it in, the House of the Dragon.
Like, here's a dress from Cersei, but we're gonna drag it through the mud, and now it's gonna be someone else's dress for the week in this episode. Yeah.
It's crazy.
They gotta have a big warehouse full of Game of Thrones stuff somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. And the last bit of news, I'm gonna drop this one on you. This is gonna go live.
All right, you ready? Let's go. Let me fix my glasses.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah, let's do this. All right, the third film in the Paddington franchise, titled Paddington in Peru, is happening. Start filming July 24th. Highway. There's more. The new film story is under wraps, but he's in Peru, so we know what happens. But is expected to see Paddington getting into sticky situations in the deepest, darkest Peru. Oh my goodness, which is where he originated from. The original Cocaine Bear. Talking about his replacement in the director's chair. King says, I don't know who that is, whatever the director is.
Oh, so the director of the first two is not directing this one, but
fucking fall off, bro, right there.
We'll find out. But he handpicked his new successor, so we'll see what happens. Because this dude, the original director, is filming the Willy Wonka film right now with Chalamet.
Chalamet
is the Wonka. So fingers crossed for both of those. But yeah,
fucking Paddington and Peru.
It's coming. Wow. They're gonna start shooting in a couple months, son.
Are you guys gonna watch it? It's not in England, and it's not like no British. It's gonna have some fucking some real Latino accents. I know it's not your guys' cup of tea. Is the British stuff.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how deep they go into.
Why does the fucking bear have a British accent? He's from fucking Peru.
Because he adopts quick.
Wow. Dude, bro, I've been living here in the United States for 38 years. And I still have a fucking accent. I can't shake it. What was the thing you made me say earlier? Irish wristwatch? Wristwatch?
Yeah. Could you do it?
Irish wristwatch.
You're having a hard time. So.
Bro, this fucking bear is full of shit. He's not from Peru. Bro, what the hell? Paddington in Peru. Oh my goodness. They're going to show him with some like feathers and like a headdress and shit. And I'm like, he's Inca. He's an Inca warrior now.
Do some ayahuasca and
oh my goodness.
There you go, man. Just for you.
Oh my God. That was good, bro. I like it. Thank you. I needed that. That was a good one, dude. This guy is fucking with me right now. All right. Paddington in Peru. Oh shit, make me cry. All right, moving on. What we watched. All right, we watched
some stuff. Oh man, we watched so much stuff. We're gonna have to get through it somewhat kind of quicker than usual. So,
yeah.
Let's begin.
All right, Mando, season 3, episode 7.
Oh, what are your overall thoughts? With only one episode left, what were your thoughts?
It's a trap. That's what I fucking thought. And I mean, it's visually, some stuff will look really cool, like the design, the costume design and all of that, like aesthetically, and like it was kind of like big, Imperial ships and blah blah blah, this and that. So I enjoyed it. This one I enjoyed the most since in the last few weeks. But I mean, I can still like fucking punch holes through this motherfucker. Like,
and I think we're gonna get to that in a minute. Yeah, they finally veered back into like a focused kind of story. Yeah. And there were so many things happening. I'm like, couldn't you have just split this out to be 2 episodes and get rid of the last episode? You know what I mean? Like,
no, they had to get the fish people to
like, dude, like pacing. It's a thing. But do you want to get into some spoilers? Should we just dig straight into that?
Sure, let's go.
Let me set the timer. All right. We rambled for about 14 minutes. So enjoy or skip ahead 14 minutes.
We already said we liked it, so now it's time to fuck it up.
I mean, we're already on episode 7, like one left. So at this point, you're either in or you're not. All right, man. Spoilers, fire away. Actually, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
How many fucking Mandalorian clans are there?
Good question.
Like, dude, out of the blue, some pirates showed up.
Yeah.
Wearing some helmets, some shoulder pads, and all of a sudden they're like Mandalorian too.
Yeah.
From the planet. And their asses like clearly can take their helmets off too. So what defines a Mandalorian at this point? Like, is it just that you found a helmet at some point? Or you hung out on that shit planet? And like that planet, dude, that planet sucks. Like, why do you keep going back to that fucking murder planet? There's nothing.
Yeah, right. They went from this planet to the dragon planet and giant crocodiles. I don't know.
Yeah,
they might be thinking it's an upgrade. This one sucks too. But like that, what was that? Was a mythosaur or what was that jumped out of the thing?
Was it a different one? I think the mythosaur is a little bit smaller. I don't understand.
Yeah,
and then it's not like this planet has like fields of strawberries or like score, or its own microbreweries or something. It's just like a planet of like fucked up everything. Like, if I feel like if I trip and fall, I'm gonna get stabbed on something. Like, why? And then the fucking pirates showed up. I'm like, who the fuck what?
What I think, this is what I think, that the pirate guys were actually fucking stragglers, and they're either too slow or dumb to get on the last ship that evacuated Mandalore, and they were stranded on there. So they just been like surviving, I don't know, eating each other. They're like, you got some food. But as far as the helmet thing, like, I think that the armorers chicks
clan,
they are a smaller group, and I think that's more like they're hardcore, like in religion, there's like different sects, right? Like, there's the really ones that get into it. I don't want to name any religion. I don't want to offend anybody, but there's like, the ones that are really deep. And then there's like the ones that, we'll just go on Sunday,
or even the ones that like, we'll go on the holiday.
Yeah.
Like Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds Easter. Yeah, it sounds like a big one.
Yeah. So I think that's what everybody else is. You got the really hardcore ones with a helmet, and there's a little culty feeling to it. And then they got the other ones that are like, it's okay, we got to eat. We got to take our helmets off.
There's some sliding rules here, man.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. Yeah.
All right, what else you got? I got a couple more curiosities, but go ahead.
Yeah. It's not really a spoiler. It's more like I felt my spidey senses went off when the armor was like, I'll take these guys back. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. Like, okay, I guess they can't fight. You're going to take them back. And there's no communication from the big Imperial ship to down on the battleground. And I thought for a second when she was going to go back that I'm like, oh, the Imperial ship is going to be all fucked up or somebody attacked it. But
I was waiting.
But I think it's going to be that I think she might be a mole or a thing. That's my spidey senses, bro. And I'm like, and then I kind of like another thing that somebody online corroborated that I read was that Moff Gideon's helmet and her helmet They both have his helmet looks like a Mandalorian helmet now, right? And now they both have horns.
They have spikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they talked about some death cult, something or other.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Like, what's that?
So I'm thinking there's something there.
Curious, because she has been conveniently like chill and in the right places at the right time.
And she's kind of like guiding shit, like, oh, we have to, these are the ways. This is like the path and the way and all this other shit. And I'm like, maybe she wanted everybody to get caught. She's trying to exterminate everybody at once. I don't know.
And at the same time, what's her name?
Bo-Katan
had to like tell her story of how she had to make a shitty deal with Moff Gideon and try to save a bunch of people. Now I wonder if she's trying to do the similar thing. Mm-hmm. But apparently she didn't hear the speech because maybe she's going through with her shit. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But we'll find out next week with that shit.
But at least there's intrigue now. Like we are engaged in this conversation where before we're just like fucking, it's everywhere, dude. They're just throwing shit on the wall.
Telling you, when you focus it's good. Just stay focused. Simple. Have 1 or 2 less episodes if that's what it takes.
Yeah.
But
and also another thing real quick before we like, this is not even a spoiler either, but I'm like, are we sure these motherfuckers are badass? Because like they keep stepping into shit, man. They keep stepping into traps and like I'm like, man, I don't know. Like they have the badass look, but I don't know. Maybe it was all in our heads when we were kids and we saw Boba Fett and I'm like, and then like, oh yeah, they're all bad like really crazy warriors. But I'm like, are we sure? They get extinct really quick. So I don't know, man. So moving forward, I'm going to be interested to see if these guys live up to their, mythology of being great warriors and they can, fuck shit up.
I got to tell you, strategically, they've been scoring like about a D- at times. Like they fucking ran into like a trap.
Yeah.
Like how do you just like, hey, let's all get together and run in this one direction? What bad thing could happen? Yeah. I'm like, what?
Nobody's doing hold or like look around the corner. Nothing. Nobody's giving any signals.
Let's get shoulder to shoulder and run in a straight line.
Fucking what full terrible sprint. Thing.
Dude, they missed that class at the fucking desert planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I do give him props for like this time the guy that has he has a name, Max Prisma, something like that.
The big dude?
Yeah, the big dude with the Gatling gun. I do give him props. Oh, painless. At least it turned red from shooting that shit. Like, I was like, hey, that's cool, man. I'm like, that makes sense. Like this.
Yeah, those dudes showed up and like
the red. Yeah. I'm like, ooh, damn.
Okay, they're leveling it up. I liked it. They leveled it up.
But how scared is Moff Gideon for asking for 3 of these guys? You already have the guys with the death troopers, with stormtroopers with the armor that don't do shit, like that blocks everything. You're still scared? You're gonna get more guys like these 3 red ninjas?
Hey, dude, if anyone offered me 3 red ninjas, I'd be like, sure. What are you gonna have them do? I don't fucking care. Maybe an omelet. They're gonna be hanging out with me. I don't care.
I wonder what they do on their off time. You think they listen?
Make omelets?
No. What if they dance to Daft Punk? That'd be cool, huh? Because they're like around the world.
Oh shit, we gotta go kill some people.
One more time. Oh man. All right.
And then on top of that, like, dude, they didn't notice. So those pirate dudes were with them. Yeah. They didn't notice there's a massive Imperial secret base, literally like 1 cave over from like their headquarters. Like, how'd you not notice like these dudes moving in? They didn't see the fucking moving van. Like, were you not there when moving day was there and like they loaded it?
That goes back to my theory. They were either really slow or dumb. You know what I'm saying? They can't find any food. They're starving. They're like,
dude, it's rocks.
I guess we gotta eat each other. I don't know how many were left now. There's only like 2 or 3. I don't know.
It's a fucking base. How do you miss it? Dudes flying in and out. Like, anyway.
Isn't that guy though? That one of the pirate guys? Isn't he the guy in Maverick that plays like Warlock? I think, or
he's in something else too. I just saw him in too recently. I was like, oh, I like that guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's got an intensity.
Yeah.
And then like, dude, if you're like in that trap thing, the first fucking thing I would do is bust out that Darksaber and start fucking people up.
Yeah.
And like, that's like the last thing after everyone starts getting killed. Like, well, I guess I can use my best weapon. Like, what?
Yeah. I was like, when she put it up against the window, you're like, you mean this? And I was like, what are you gonna do with it? And then she runs the other way. I'm like, I'm confused. And then I guess she cut her way out, but yeah, it was a little funny to me. Like, you mean this? You want this? Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little confusing. But overall, I gotta tell you, still enjoying it now. My enjoyment, I don't know if my enjoyment level went way, way up because of the last couple episodes. It was like some head scratching moments.
Yeah.
And I'm like, which show am I watching?
Yeah.
And they returned to more of the roots. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go shoot some fools.
Yeah.
And see what happens. And use some flamethrowers. Some nice use of some flamethrowers.
Yeah.
I gotta give them some props. I was fully expecting for them to pull off Pedro Pascal's mask.
Yeah.
When they captured him.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so he's finally gonna get his fucking payday because you've never seen his face like the whole time.
Yeah.
Like each season they show him at least once, so he's got to show up for like his day so he can get his paycheck for the show.
Yeah.
Maybe next season, the next episode,
yeah.
they show him. I don't know.
Do you think so,
curious.
man? That might be a waste of like him going in the water and Mandalore. But yeah, man, he's gotten his ass kicked a lot this season. Has he had a W yet?
He kicked that one robot.
Yeah. And how do you feel about Grogu and the robot thing?
I gotta tell you,
it worked.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought as far as the show goes,
no,
dude. I'll tell you right now, Christina was like swooning during that scene. Yes. I was like, it's like I shouldn't like it that much, but I fucking did. They got me right there. They got me in the feels. I'm like, that works. I'll take it. That works.
My thing was like, oh man, sometimes I feel like such an asshole, but like he got the hang of it pretty quick. For not being able to fucking talk or anything, like there's no manual, there's no like, he just is it intuitive? I'm like, how, like,
dude, it's like one joystick. Like what else?
But that shit does a lot for one joystick. Like, so I don't know. Is it like, do you rub it a certain way to fucking move something? Like, oh yeah, like it's like so sensitive that it's like it goes off like pressure. I don't know, man. I mean, he's like, yes, right away. How do you know that was the fucking yes button and the no button?
Keep in mind, homie's like 80 years old
and can't talk. So
that's true. But maybe he's an inside kind of intellectual. I don't know, but stop overthinking it.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying really hard. But he's like,
but I'm glad
this is a dead body. I mean, like it's like how would you feel if they put him inside of Wall-E or like what was that one from Andor that was like, are you coming back?
Andor?
Remember the robot?
Oh, the little crazy red dude who would go into his little iPad to get like recharged. Yeah, that was like a weird.
Imagine if they put him in that. Would you feel so be happy?
I don't know, man. He had his little fucking Nintendo power pad.
They should put a jetpack on his ass.
I want to see him shoot some people.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I thought it was a cool design. Anyways, all right. Final thoughts.
Hey, man, season finale is next week. Looking forward to it. See what happens. Hopefully they tie a lot of loose ends. Are they going to land the ship? I don't know.
There's a lot of moving parts. You know what, man? I think here's my prediction is it's going to somehow, it has to tie into the new Ahsoka show.
You said it right that time, by the way.
Timeline.
Ahsoka. No H. No H. Ahsoka. Yeah. Like when you were texting me, like send me like Ashoka. What the fuck? But yeah, Ahsoka.
Yeah, that show's gonna drop.
Yeah.
I think summer.
They put a lot of money into it.
Yeah. So I think that's they're gonna have to tie some stuff in. So we'll see. And I think hopefully the spy, they gotta get rid of the spy. Fuck the most obvious fucking spy on like Coruscant, whatever.
Yeah. She doesn't even go all the way into the corner of the alley. She just like stands in place. No. Like, what the hell, dude?
She walks like 5 feet in. She's like, good enough. That was a cool callback with that little creature from Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But There you go.
Yeah.
All right. We done with spoilers. Yeah. All right. Getting out of the outer rim from Mandalore to the deep dark depths of a stupid cave.
Yeah.
To the valley.
The valley, yeah, man.
Beef.
Yeah.
Episodes. Well, I've watched, I think, up to like episode 5.
Yeah.
I think you're on 3.
Yeah. I only remember 3, so I might have fallen asleep on the 4th one. But
all right, where are you at with Beef?
Apparently
it's a big hit.
Yeah, it's super big hit. You know, I like it so far. I do like Steven Yeun's performance. Like, I think it's a little bit more nuanced, and I don't know if it's just the character. Like, I feel him more like a lot of the things that he's going through and stuff, and he's battling with a lot of emotional things that he doesn't know how to process. And I don't know, not that I can relate to it, but I can see how it's definitely a struggle, man, to deal with some day-to-day stuff that you don't understand. So I like his performance.
I think he's easily the MVP of the show for performance-wise. Yeah. And I have like another side note. And his cousin,
David Cho. David Cho's kicking ass, dude.
Is my second choice of like MVP. But we're gonna have to get to him after we talk about the episodes. Yeah. Because there's some complications around him.
Yeah.
But the show, the first like episode is very straightforward. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I guess. And in the second episode, you kind of see where it's going. It's like back and forth. It's not until I think the 4th-ish episode, and I've gone into the 5th episode where it really, really starts to pay off. Because I was not that into it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like good enough. It was like clearly both characters, the main characters, all have like mental illness of some sort. Especially like the whole gun thing. And I was like, what the fuck is happening here? I was like,
she doesn't like vanilla, bro. What can I tell you?
No vanilla
for her, bro.
Give me the 2-tone fucking 9mm.
She wants Neapolitan. She wants.
Dude. But the complications and the characters, the entanglements that they kind of like loosely start setting up in the first like 3 or 4 episodes or so start really paying off, like around episode 4 and 5. And I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
Like how they weave that story and they start tugging at all the little threads and all the things start to fall apart and fall into place. And you're like, oh shit. The show is really well done. I'll tell you right now, it's really well shot. It's really well written.
Yeah.
The acting, I think Ali Wong is slightly at times like she's surrounded by A+ hitters and she's not really an actress by nature. Like, she's a stand-up comedian. So I mean, fucking all the credit in the world for taking this role. It's a tough role. And she mostly nails it. There's a couple times where I'm like, it's a little too like I am acting kind of thing, but it's a tough role. But she's also surrounded. Like, if she was in a show with lesser actors, she would be shining. But she's surrounded by other people who are just fucking like Steven. Like, oh man,
I also like, so far I've only watched 3, like I said, but I also do think that they've definitely been giving her like more crazy shit to do. Like, she is really toxic, bro. And he's just not. He just doesn't know how to deal with adversity. You know, like I feel like some of his actions are like come from a good place. You know, like wanting to buy that land and this and that. But like that chick, like Ali Wong's character, Amy, right? Amy. I'm like, damn, she's all kind. Like, she needs a lot of help. Like, I feel like she needs a lot of help. Like,
and her husband's trying to get her help, but she just kind of like.
But he's oblivious too. He's oblivious and not in a bad way, but in a naive way. You know.
Sure.
And just like her, like going down the rabbit hole of like creating a separate profile with the coworker and like the brother and all that. And I'm like, and then what are you doing? Like, what do you mean? What do you do? You're doing like, you're there presently typing it. You are doing it and you know what you're doing. So, you know, she needs somebody to have a red button, be like, boom, wrong answer. Don't do that shit. You know, and and she doesn't have it. And like, I don't know if it's just the pressure of everything that she has going on with the business that she's trying to sell. But man, she's fucking toxic.
And that continues to escalate as the episodes keep going. You're like, whoa, shit, oh shit, oh shit. It's I gotta tell you, all the pieces they start paying off, and I'm like, I'm super like I'm curious like where it goes, because it's like it's so well shot and so
it looks good. It looks good.
Do you want to get into the David Cho thing? Do you know what I'm about to talk about?
No, I'm not sure 100%. I just know that he's an artist and controversial at times.
Yes. I'm like, is that the dude I think he is? So let's just start with here. He is famous because, well, fame, loosely. He is the dude who years ago, this is the cousin in the film, folks listening. This guy is a graffiti artist out of LA. And he was recruited by early Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook to come up to Facebook and do a giant mural on their wall. And they offered to pay him money. Instead, they also offered to pay him like double the amount of money, but in stock. And he took the stock because he's like to gamble. He's like, all right, fuck it. Years and years later, that stock was worth like millions of dollars. So homie from this one thing, this one choice, made millions of dollars off of Facebook stock from this one mural that he did for them. And he became famous for that. And I remember seeing the interview with this dude like years ago where he's cruising, man, and he loves to gamble. He talks about all these casinos which send their private jets from every weekend, and he would either come up a couple 100,000 or he would lose a couple 100,000. Like this is this guy. I'm like, shit, this guy's like, whatever, judge it, you will. But then this weekend, I had to Google his name because I'm like, is that the dude I think he is, the Facebook fucking graffiti guy? And the thing that came up immediately was like David Cho's past because out to haunt him from like, he was on a podcast years ago where he talks about an encounter. I don't know why this dumb motherfucker is like going to be out there saying stupid stuff, but he had a masseuse and he was very inappropriate with the masseuse and things got a little out of control. And he talked about this on the podcast. I'm like, dude, like what the fuck's wrong with this guy? Yeah. Like if it's even true. And so all these clips are resurfaced. And it's like, holy shit. And people are like freaking out about like him on this show because they liked him when they find out about his past. Yeah. I'm like, holy shit. And then he had to come out and say he was lying about the incident. And there's no law, there's no record. Like he was just making up a story just because of entertainment value, blah, blah, blah. He's shooting this shit on this podcast. I have no idea what to believe, man. Clearly the dude is like an out there human. Like this dude is way out there, but his performance on the show was fantastic. Yeah. So the idea of separating art from the artist, there you go. That's the rough conversation.
Yeah. No, it is. It is.
So yeah, I don't know what to think about that shit.
Yeah, like, I hadn't heard about that because I know he's been on the Joe Rogan podcast a few times. I'm sure he's done a ton of podcasts.
That's probably where I heard his big thing where he was talking about his story, how he likes to go gamble. Just like years ago.
Yeah, I've seen him on there crying sometimes, like just like in tears and like super emotional about something he did, about some art that he did, or like he went to some tribe somewhere and he was emotional about that, meeting the people there. I mean, who knows, bro? Yeah, like some people are just out there and wild and, I
had no idea when I started watching. So I'm like, that's adding some color to the show and his character. Because his character seems like seamlessly blending into these terrible situations that keep happening. Yeah. Like he's like,
I think I saw him on the Chef Show too once. Was it him and Dave Chang and Dave Cho hanging out with Favreau and what's his name, Chef?
I don't recall that. It's possible. Yeah. They're all in LA.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, so that's the weird thing with beef. I don't know. Look it up. Don't look it up.
Yeah.
Make your own just judgments, but I have no idea. But all right. Let's want to move on out of that kind of stickiness.
All right, man. All right, moving on. I had a little bit of Succession. I'm watching it week to week for everybody that's watching it out there. We're on for a hell of a ride. Fuck yeah, the show kicks ass. Keep watching it. I don't want to spoil too much or give anything away. There's a lot of things that are happening right now, and I'm definitely looking forward to what happens in the last, 7 episodes. Shit's about to get down and dirty. So
I think I had someone spoil
the
big thing that happened like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure what it means exactly, but I mean, because I don't keep up, but I'm like, okay, I can see that thing with throw a big monkey wrench into the show. But anyways, I'm glad you're digging it. I'm still very on the fence if I'll ever return to the Succession world, but everyone loves it. So yeah, it'd be fun if we could talk about it sometime.
Yeah, I think, man, I think, I mean, nobody wants to be these people. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to, nobody likes them as far as like, oh yeah, I would invite that guy to my wedding. Fuck no. We're watching like this really well crafted, well written, well produced train wreck every week. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, God damn, how did they come up with that? You know, you're just like, but it's so well done. And it's like, damn, it's so fucked up. And I'm like, how did they come up with it? Like the group of writers and stuff. And it's like, man, it's just really well done. And anyways, looking forward to the last few episodes of it. And hopefully they can land the plane so it can keep its legendary status, you know?
All right, we'll find out.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
All right, you watched some things on Apple, huh?
After being harassed by the Apple interface for like weeks, we finally watched Tetris because that shit would not stop fucking being in our face. Anytime we try to watch anything, it's like, oh, you don't want to watch Tetris? Hey, bro, Tetris, click it. I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to watch fucking Ted Lasso. But we finally watched Tetris.
Yeah.
And we both watched it in one sitting. I gotta say, really enjoyed it.
Cool.
I always get his name wrong. Tarragon Erigians. That dude's good.
Yeah.
And it's basically a film about, and I've actually read like in the last year or so about the original maker, the Russian programmer that created Tetris and how complicated it was for him to kind of get any kind of credit because it's you create something in the Soviet Union, the government owns it.
Yeah.
It's like your company technically owns it, but then the government technically owns the company. And so to get any kind of like royalties or anything out of it, it's almost impossible. But it's a story about this guy who finds this game, like this is the game. And they find out, I don't want to ruin too much stuff, but like how he can integrate this game into the rest of the world. But he has to go to Russia to secure the rights, and he's got to compete with these other folks at the same time. And I'm sure a lot of this stuff is like exaggerated because there's like a chase scene. I'm like, I'm pretty sure folks weren't like having a car chase in the middle of Moscow for the rights of Tetris.
Yeah,
but it still makes for a fun film.
Yeah,
and performances are good. It felt not super overly nostalgic, but it was really cool seeing some of this stuff. Like they sprinkle it in at just the right time. So you kind of feel it like, ooh, I remember that. Oh, yeah. So and Tetris is Tetris. It's like a cultural phenomenon. And it was really cool how they presented like the complication of what it took to bring that to like 500 million people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Apple TV.
Yeah, Apple TV.
Tetris. Check it out.
Apple don't miss, huh?
Yeah, they're betting pretty high right now, except for moving on to the next one.
Uh-huh.
It just released like yesterday. The last thing he said to me on Apple TV.
All right.
And this is normally something I'd be like, I probably just broke the microphone doing that noise. The only reason that I even clicked on this shit, by complete coincidence, last year or maybe in the last 2 years, Christina actually read the book called The Last Thing You Said to Me. And she like really liked it and was telling me about it like forever long ago. And then like a week or so ago, we saw an ad for this thing pop up on Apple TV because they like to advertise to you. And she's like, wait a minute, what? Because it's the same title as the book. And she like looked at it, read this little synopsis. She's like, holy shit, that's the book I read a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And she loved the book. So she was super excited. And it was Jennifer Garner and Nicholas Costas. I can't say it. Let's just call him Jamie Lannister as one of the co-stars. So I'm like, okay. So we watched the first episode. I guess it's like a weekly thing for a few weeks. And I gotta say, and it wasn't just me, not really into it. the energy wasn't there. It's supposed to be like a mystery, but they don't really set it up as a mystery too much. You're supposed to feel like a little urgency, but there's no sense of urgency. The dialogue is really forced. It's like, I brought you the food you like. Oh, that's the food that I like. I'm about to eat the food I like. I'm like, holy shit, seriously? Stuff like that. You're like, oh, come on, guys, come on. Yeah, the funnest part, which I had no idea, is they filmed a bunch of scenes like really close to where I used to work. I was like, holy shit. So that was kind of cool.
For you, not the rest of the fucking world, right?
No, they're going to be like, what is that?
Fucking stupid ass show.
Yeah, fucking fake bullshit. And here I am going to the Mo coffee shop. Fucking idiot. But yeah, the last thing you said to me on Apple TV, man, I told Christina she could finish watching it. I'm like, I'm good. I think I'm good.
Yeah. All right. So that's cool. At least you give it a shot.
We tried. Hey, got finished the whole episode all the way through.
Cool. All right. For me, on the last thing that we watched, I just want to say that I finally finished 1923 on Paramount Plus. It's a spinoff of the Yellowstone series. And I really like it. It took me a while to finish because there's too much to keep up with. And man, if you guys like good looking shot out in the mountains and wilderness and cowboy shit and gunfights and that kind of stuff, man, it's a good watch, man. It's a good watch.
Who stars in
it? Some unknown guy, older guy. I think his name is Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. Heard of her?
That dude, man, he got that show. He's got Shrinking, and he's got a new indie. Yeah. Like, he is like busier than he's ever been. I know. And he's got the good, man. Like, the acting bug bit him, man. Yeah.
And I can actually I can never tell the difference between like I think what was his name in The Fugitive?
Richard Kimball. Yeah.
Dr. Kimball was the same guy. He was the same president. It was like, I can never tell he's playing a different character. It's always just fucking Harrison Ford doing Harrison Ford shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when he's a president, I mean, like it's Dr. Kimball too. And then he's like in Clear and Present Danger. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Dr. Kimball, you know, whatever. I'm like, it's all like him doing the same shit. And like, I gotta say, I can tell the difference between Shrinking and 1923. I don't know if it's like a 100-year gap in between the.
Is it the lack of horses?
Yeah. Like, he's still grumpy as fucking both fucking shows, but I can tell like a little bit like they're different characters. So kudos to him. He got it right at 80.
I'm glad you're digging it, man. So it's over.
Yeah, well, season 1, season 2 is coming.
Yeah.
But
so I should check it out at some point. Recommend it?
Yeah, I totally recommend it. The only nitpick is like, well, I don't know if it's a nitpick, but it's like I wanted more. I don't know. Like I wanted more. Like there were like a lot of building up to a certain point where I'm like, yes. And now I'm waiting, you know, kind of thing. So cool. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And it's beautifully shot, man. Like whenever they do those landscapes shots of like the mountains.
You're a sucker for landscapes.
Yeah.
Like in Prey.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, wow, man, it looks so peaceful out there. I wonder if it smells as good as it looks.
Yes. The answer is yes. All right.
Moving on. Lots of trailers. We got to bang through these.
Dude, all right. This is what we're going to do because this fucking episode is already going really long. All right. We got to cover a whole lot of territory for trailers. So this is what we're going to do. Tell me if this is good or not. 1 minute per.
Yeah. I'm good, bro. You're the one that keeps blabbing about shit.
Oh, my God. I got good things to say versus you're fucking like, hey, we're the Harrison Ford and then he did it. Anyways, That was you, by the way. That was you. All right. Setting it up. 1 minute on the clock. Go. What's the first one?
The Bear, season 2.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I wrote. I'm in. There we go. Boom. We're both in. Because they didn't even show anything. They're just like, oh yeah, they're remodeling the restaurant.
It's just a teaser. Yeah. It's a teaser. We already knew what was going to happen. They're going to do a whole new.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited.
And it's going to be like in May. So it's really not that far off. Like 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Yeah. All
right. What's the next trailer?
Marvel Studios, The Marvels.
Yes. Go. What did you think?
I'm going to wait till it comes on the Disney Plus, I think. I'm not even going to debate it. I'm just going to wait. Just be like, okay. I didn't like Captain Marvel, so I'm like,
As soon as I saw Kamala Khan, I was like, fuck, I'm in.
Yeah.
And like, she is so funny.
No, yeah, she is. Huh?
I'm like, it's like, damn
but
it.
Brie Larson's in it too.
I like Brie Larson. I don't understand why people like keep giving her shit. Like, she's fucking rock solid. I don't. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's a memo I didn't get.
Yeah. It's on the same memo where they talk about Biggie. Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, you didn't get that memo.
But dude, I think this movie looked pretty cool. There's some funny stuff. Yeah. Using the Beastie Boys song, I was a little like, okay.
Yeah.
But it had good energy. Yeah. I like the idea of them constantly switching bodies, like in the most random times. Like, that's going to give it.
It's like a lot of Freaky Friday vibes and that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's going to have some cool energy, I think. And I think it's like a matinee-ish one because Marvel's been on the fucking fence lately. But I'm looking forward to it way more than I thought I was going to.
Not me.
From the trailer. So
I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait.
Good. Well, we'll talk about it when it's time to talk about it. All right, what else we got next?
This one I'm excited for. The Continental. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, what did you think about the fact that the whole trailer had like no dialogue?
I dug it because I like that song and I like the whole history of like if you're a Daft Punk fan and if you listen to the last album, you get it because the guy that made that song, the Donna Summer song is also on the Daft Punk song and he talks about this song. So you're kind of like, oh yeah, like if you know kind of shit. And and I do like that it's set in the 70s and it's like, oh yeah, this is like there was a lot of gangster shit going on in the 70s, like, you know, the mafia basically melting down and killing Godfathers in the street and shit. And like, yeah, this makes sense. Everybody was doing coke and doing wild shit, you know, so and disco was a thing. So it all makes sense. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, visually it looks really cool. Like they're making it its own thing. And I like the John Wick world. I think it's fucking fun. Yeah. And fingers crossed they kind of keep that vibe going. Don't take itself too serious. Yeah. And I think it's going to be probably extremely violent.
There's going to have some crazy, I don't know, assassin from the Far East or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some crazy like, is this appropriate kind of thing? But I don't know. We'll see.
It's going to get wild.
Yeah.
But I'm super digging it. All right, what's
the next one? We got an early candidate for might be the best scary movie of the year. Talk to Me.
Huh. Okay.
Elevated Horror from A24. They do all this good scary shit. A24 actually produced Beef as well.
Beef. Yeah. And they also just won an Academy Award for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. So these guys kind of have like their talent roster pretty stacked.
Yeah. Right, I watched the trailer and it's pretty cool. It's like some sort of like did you watch the trailer?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I don't know. Looks kind of, I don't know. Whatever.
Such a bitch, dude. Oh my goodness. I don't understand, man. Can't get up for like a little scariness. A little.
You're like, what's the concept?
You know you'd be scared. You know you'd be scared. That's the thing. You pretend like it's not scary. Let me send you some videos right now and be like, oh, I'm not going to watch that shit. You know, it's not real. Whatever, bro. It's okay to be scared. That's the whole point. You get excited.
How many cheap, I don't know.
How many cheap what?
What you think? Fucking jumps and whatever, like violent. Like, anyways, it's called, we'll see. I don't know. I gotta say, I like dash cam. I don't think this is going to be as fun as dash cam. I don't know, man. I don't know.
But it looks good, right? But you're shooting it down before you even watch it. Not being open-minded about it. I like your face.
It's not for me.
Fuck your face, dude.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
You don't even know.
You know what?
You haven't seen it.
You know what the problem is? Here's the problem with that fucking movie. That little thing.
The hand?
Like, the little haunted thing. Yeah. Throw in the fucking trash can and the movie's over. Just keep fucking be done. Like, fucking.
No, these guys like fucking with it.
I'm going to keep doing the thing I'm doing. Like,
why not?
No, throw that shit in the trash can and be done.
It's not like people that are addicted to heroin don't know that shit's bad for them. They keep doing it. They're like, oh yeah, this is fucking amazing. No, it's fucking bad for you. Throw it out. No, they don't get it. That's how addiction works.
I'm good. I'm addicted to the little scary
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, I forgot.
Fucking
Paddington
hand
in
that wants to give
Peru.
me a handshake.
Paddington in Peru.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Yes. Talk about
Oh
heroin.
my
That's
goodness.
heroin. Anyways, all right, moving on.
I like this rapid fire shit though. It's getting the energy up. All right, next one we got the Penguin TV show.
Yeah. All right, let me ask you a question. Were you taken out from the trailer as it's not really even a fucking trailer? It's like it's a mixture of like shots from the series, which looks really cool, and then it goes right into like behind the scenes footage of them filming that shot. And I'm like, what am I watching? Like, I was so confused. Like what is this a trailer? Or what is this? Like, is this like? I didn't. That took me out. I'm like, it does. Are they filming a movie?
It does fall on the fringes of like, is this a trailer? Because I'm like, guys, this is we watched this part already. I'm like, and then like, again, was there dialogue? I don't remember if there was dialogue or was it just music. I don't remember. I think there was dialogue in the beginning of it, and then like
I appreciate that they try to do something different.
Yeah,
but it was
when you start seeing all the grips moving shit and like doing the kind of stuff, you know, it's like, what's going on? You know, can we get it? We could have waited an extra month,
frozen up
for a trailer. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having like the whole thing.
Visually, it looks cool, like the Batman. Like they nailed what it's supposed to look like. The characters and the actors are all cool. But why not just give us a regular trailer? Why do they have to do this weird behind the scenes trailer of a trailer? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit though. He still looks awesome and I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, are they like, we already know you're making the fucking show, bro. We don't need to know how you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't see the scaffolding and whatever else we get going on, dude.
All right. Yeah. So, all right. What's that? All right. What we got next?
Moving on. Something interesting, kind of weird, funky, cool. Charlie Day in Fool's Paradise.
Interesting name.
What'd you think?
All right, dude. I'm still a little unclear on what I just watched, like in this trailer.
Yeah.
I like Charlie Day a lot. The dude cracks me up in everything he's ever been in. So you're going to laugh.
Yeah.
I think I'm also going to be a little confused. It looks like he's playing maybe two characters, and one of them is like a mute, and he's like a mute in Hollywood doing like Buster Keaton style comedy. Yeah. I don't understand it, but it's got a hell of a cast, and
sure does.
I don't know what else to tell you, man. I
thought it was a Coen Brothers film.
Oh yeah. It does look like that has got that feel. Like I'm like, what am I watching?
Like that quirky,
very quirky.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Big Lebowski kind of like characters. Out of pocket, you know.
And then
we'll see.
I'm not sure what it's about, but it looks.
I did feel weird watching Ray Liotta again. Yeah. You know, I'm like, every time I see something with Ray Liotta, this is the last thing he was working on. I'm like, God damn, man, don't stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? Can we just let the guy, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels weird.
It was weird. I'm like, but all right.
He looks a lot better in this than the way he looked in
Cocaine Bear.
Freaking Cocaine Bear. Good God. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah. So
all right.
I'm with you, man. I'm a little like
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. The talent's there, right? Sometimes the talent's not enough, but man, the talent's there. So I hope it's funny and coherent.
There'll, I'm sure, be plenty of laughs. Will it make sense? I don't know. All right. And what's the last one?
The last one, I hope it's good. True Detective, season 4. It's called, what was it called?
You got this.
Night Country.
You got this. Yeah.
Night Country.
Starring Jodie Foster.
Yeah, man. Jodie Foster, dude.
I think it looks cool. Like it looks like they got it's got a dark vibe. It's in Alaska. Something weird happened. People are missing. They don't know what's going on. Looks slight not supernatural, but like culty something maybe flavor happening. It's got some cool vibes.
Somebody's in on it.
It's got some vibes. It looks interesting. And I'm like, it looks really well shot, well acted. I mean, they put in the work for this one, and I'm there for it. How are you feeling?
Yeah, and it's funny because when you said culty, kind of like something's amiss. Like that's how the first one was to me too, because I'm like, they created like this mythology around this killer, right? Like, and I'm like, damn, it's like something not human, or whatever. And Woody Harrelson and McConaughey were like fucking, I don't know, bro, just like
next level
on a good one.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, these guys are selling it. And man, I hope that Jodie Foster can. I mean, I'm sure she's great, so I'm sure she'll be able to do it.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be cool to see what she does.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's not gonna be a happy one again.
I like that move. I like the setting movement. You know what I'm saying? That is, we don't need to do the South again. We don't, let's not do a major city. Let's ground it into something kind of like natural and not overwhelming.
Did you get any Wind River vibes from the trailer?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit with the missing people.
And the snow and unhappiness. I'm like, oh. I just keep seeing
and I'm like, why?
Ice, and I'm like,
and then the white savior. I don't know the white savior thing. Yeah, but we'll see.
Get used to it. Yeah. Jodie Foster. It is, but it is Alaska. There's a lot of white folks.
Yeah, and Native people.
Yeah, let's see if Sarah Palin shows up.
The
rifle.
All right.
Moving on.
New to the list.
All right, man. What you got? These are all you.
Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, I love the playoffs. NBA started playoffs. It's like 2 months. It's from now till June, till graduation day, basically. So, yeah, man. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. It's already got some surprises.
Keep us updated.
Shout out to all the NBA guys out there, or gals, fans. All right. Another interesting thing that's coming out, Mrs. Davis on Peacock, coming out on the 20th. Starring made by David Lindelof.
Yeah.
From not Survivor, Lost and
Watchmen.
Leftovers, Watchmen. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
The premise is like a religious body, a nun. It's a nun basically trying to take down a AI that's kind of gone rogue, or they think it's going to go rogue or something like that. So it's, a nun versus Skynet, some good old sci-fi.
That's all you got to say, and I'm in. So I'm looking at that's going to be cool. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. And I'm excited for it too.
The other one that's new to the list is it's been new to the list for a while, but tonight, I'm so excited. You know what you're going to watch tonight? Because I know what I'm going to watch tonight.
Man, I hope I have time. It's the NBA. It's the NBA playoffs.
No. Put that shit down.
Succession.
Dude, all you got to do is throw in 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Succession. Also I'm behind on Beef and like Succession coming out. I'm behind on Ted Lasso. It's making me nervous. See, I'm playing with my beard. Oh, man. And then the playoffs, there's 2 games tonight.
We're going to talk about Ted Lasso next week. But the show I'm talking about.
I need to catch up.
You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about yet tonight?
I know what you're talking about.
Barry. Yeah. So excited. So fucking excited.
What if I'm going to throw it at you real quick.
Yeah.
What if we let them build up? Say like we put 3 of them together.
You mean don't watch any for a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. Dude, the other one, it's been like 2 days.
Or 2 at a time. Boom, boom.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Okay. I think we can do that.
After this week?
Dude,
or
I've been getting fucking death stares from someone over here because we haven't watched Marvelous Miss Maisel came on. 3 episodes just showed up, and we haven't watched any. So that's been set aside for today too. So it's like, oh my God.
Dang.
Yeah, productivity.
That's when I'll be watching the NBA game.
Productivity is not high. Oh man, neither is the laundry. All right, laundry loads piling up.
But I'm gonna make some chuck roast right now. I'm gonna make some tostadas for dinner. Boom. But anyways,
all right, moving on. We got to move on to this last thing because this is
moving on. All right,
too long.
Bringing up the disturbing news or concerning news of Jamie Foxx earlier himself. We're gonna do a Jamie Foxx double feature.
Yep.
I'm excited. I got a few.
So
I'm not worried. You can pick. You can go first, bro.
I'll go first.
I don't want to take because last time
you're not going to pick this one. So I'm pretty sure not gonna pick this
I'll
one.
let you know if it was on my short list. I got 4 on my short list.
Dude, it's not hard. I mean, there's so many. I'm like, but there's one that I was like, fuck,
I know which one you're gonna pick. You want me to tell you which one you're gonna pick?
Ooh. All right, here we go. My pick for
the. Tell you?
I want you to tell me what's my pick.
You're gonna pick Collateral.
Nope.
Oh, dang.
It was on the short list, but I'm like, that movie, that's where him and Tom Cruise, man, together is cool. Michael Mann. Yeah. All right, the one I picked, Baby Driver. He didn't quite star, but he was all over this film. And his performance in this film is like, he's cool and you kind of like him and he's kind of crazy and he can be really fucking scary at times. You're like, God damn, like he had big range in this film. I love this film. It's a blast. Like the energy and the music. And when he shows up, every scene Jamie Foxx is in is like so good. And he's like, he's a thing in this film. Like, I'm like, holy shit, it's great. And I think this film just kind of personifies like how cool he can be in the range. He has range in this film. And so that's my pick is Baby Driver. What you got?
Okay. I was going to go with a classic, but I'm going to go with something that kind of surprised me and I really enjoyed watching. And it's a Netflix original. I'm going to go with Day Shift, where he hunts vampires.
Okay.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
And it came out last year. And if you guys haven't seen it, give it a shot, man. It's like, it's got enough like, creepy corner shit in there. And it's fun. It's a fun movie. It's just a fun, let's kill some bats. Let's kill some of these guys.
Yeah.
They're out to get us. They're out there in the streets.
Even I liked that film. I wasn't even sure if I was going to dig that film.
So there you go. It's not that scary. Andres liked it. So
it's not scary. It's a fucking like spoofy, actiony. They do that.
It's actiony, comedy. It has humor.
Don't overthink it.
No.
And it's got
there's some cool cameos.
Yeah.
Yeah. My other choice was Miami Vice. Michael Mann again.
That's it. I think I need to rewatch that film, man. Like it's such a I wasn't sure what to expect. And it's kind of like has some really cool moments, but also has like 20 minutes of them like in a boat going to Cuba to get a drink. And I'm like,
which looks beautiful. The whole 20 minutes.
Yes.
You're on the boat and it's like a video.
Yes.
And
but do we need sitting in a theater for 20 fucking minutes? I'm like, oh, come on.
Chris Cornell singing and stuff. It's badass.
It's just so long. And like,
it is long.
Is it justified? I don't know. But I mean, that it's gorgeous. The movie's like not what you expect. Him and Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx. I thought he would have a more of a upfront role in that film. Like I would prefer
his performance was subdued, but I like how stoic he was.
No, he's good.
Like don't fuck with that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, talk shit to Colin Farrell, but I'm not gonna say anything to that guy. That guy looks like he's ready to murder somebody.
I feel like Jamie Foxx should have starred, and Colin Farrell should have been like the side.
I have a favorite quote from that movie.
All right, what is it?
When Cochi Loco is like, nobody knows you, man. Nobody knows you. And then Colin Farrell's like, my mama and my daddy know me. And I was like, yeah, that's right.
I love in Miami Vice. This isn't even on our list, but we're just talking about Miami Vice. The main bad guy, he was meeting them when like they're all threatening each other in the room to kill each other. One of the main bad dudes is like one of the husbands of the friend of Bradley Cooper. I forgot the relationship with the neighbor of like the goofy guy. And he's like, yeah, man, sometimes I do this and that. I'm really happy you're here, man, so we can all hang out. Sometimes let's go to my garage, listen to Metallica, and just like, I just want to break things. And then I'm just so happy you're here, man. I got someone to talk to. Like, what? This is the same dude who wanted to like murder people in rooms like a couple films before. I'm like, I like this guy. This guy's cool. As an actor. I mean, as an actor, he's cool. Oh, man. But so there we go. Baby Driver and 2 action films. They're not like full comedy, not full acting. You got an Academy Award for Ray, but man, hopefully Jamie Foxx get well soon, and we'll see you back on the big screen.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, that does it this week. You got anything else you want to add?
Too much to watch, man. I think we're gonna start falling behind, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Start, bro.
Yeah. Totally.
Start.
All right.
All right. Well, signing off. That's our show, everybody. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments or recommendations. Let us know how much Andres fucks up. Are we missing anything? Let us know. I'm Francisco.
And I'm Andres, who does not fuck up.
And that's our show. 2 nerds, 1 pod. Let's go. Vámonos. Put on the list.